Mic check, 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 check.
Today's message is brought to you by Fig Newtons. Not just a cookie, but a damn fine cookie. I'm hungry.
For a Fig Newton though?
It's 7 a.m. You're not gonna eat Oreos at 7, that's ridiculous. All right guys, morning. So, Lenny Reed here with Mitch. And Mitch, what did you do to this project behind us?
Well, we put a new turbo in it and we put a new set of injectors in it.
So this truck belongs to a friend of ours. His name's Preston. Preston has his truck, 131,000 miles. Chronically, it ends up with intermittent VGT codes.
Yep.
So
Actuator codes.
we get reached out to Chris Weary at River City Turbo, Little Rock, Arkansas. Had Chris build us his drop-in replacement stock unit, so everything for emissions is still 100% intact.
Yeah, it's just a bone stock charger.
He's got his upgraded billet wheel. He likes it because it's a little bit more durable. We did dyno it before and after, really no power change. And we wouldn't expect any power from something without adding any more fuel.
I didn't expect it to make any more.
But the key to this video is we did put a set of our Ecos in there, and Eco isn't because they're cheap. It's basically because they're ecology friendly, meaning that we calibrate these injector sets to be within 98, 99, or 100% of whatever the OEM spec was. So we're giving you something that's very well tightly balanced. In this set, they were 1.58% off.
Yeah, these ones are nice and tight.
So I think I've got the sheet right here, and the sheet shows me at idle a set of stock 6-7 injectors.
Yeah.
Target set point is about 12 millimeters cubed. Acceptable is up to 17, and acceptable is down to 7.
Ooh.
Now, if you have a set that's all 7 or 8s or 9s, truck's not going to start very good. It's not going to idle very strong.
Nope.
You're going to get in the parking lot. You're going to go to turn the steering wheel. There's not enough horsepower to keep the tachometer flat and level. Other things would be
AC.
AC. That's a good one.
AC compressor kicks on and off. You can watch your RPMs dip. If you've got a good strong idle, you won't see that dip.
Yep. A really nice thing about a good strong set of say 15, 17s, you're gonna bump the key. It's gonna start pretty much like a first gen.
Oh yeah, they start fast.
On a cold morning, you have enough thermal energy there to get the truck warm a lot quicker rather than not quick at all and just, you're not gonna see white smoke with the DPF because, well, it's doing its job and it's catching all the smoke.
Yeah, it's cleaning it. Weird.
You are going to indeed load up the DPF earlier. So with our Ecos, we like to set the idles like right in the middle of that target zone. We're not, the whole process behind an Eco is keep the truck as reliable as possible and give you the most amount of power and drivability as possible. I have driven a set of Ecos in a 2016 truck, so it's the same engine, same everything. It's a 4th gen. My own truck was like 25, 30 horsepower over stock at that point.
Yeah.
And the drivability was immensely better. So again, we've got a set that's balanced within 1.49%. I was wrong. It's not 1.5. It's 1.49.
Get it right.
Our wide open VL is 169 cc's, 168, 170, 168, 168, 168, and overall average is 168.9.
Here you go.
You can't really get an injector more balanced than that. These are basically a perfect set of stock replacement injectors designed and intended for you to leave all of your emissions gear on your truck. Just buy something that's very crisp and very fun to drive, very, very, very reliable. You did pick up a little bit of power at this set.
23 horsepower.
23 horsepower is what you gained on just a drop-in set of stock replacements over a set of stocks that were 131,000 miles old.
Yep, exactly.
Now, this truck ran exactly perfect, other than the fact that it had codes for...
Yeah, we had to intermittently have codes for the turbo, so we just threw a new turbo on it.
That was the reason it came in, and I know Preston, and I know that this is his daily commuter, and it's also his vacation truck with his family in the summertime. So I called him and said, hey, look, you know, it needs a vane actuator. Like this is pretty expected with this kind of miles on this pickup. But if you, your wife, and your kids are going to be running this thing around the countryside this summer, If it drops an injector, like, don't say that I didn't warn you. He opted to go ahead and have the injectors done at that point, so he's got, and these things will go, you know, up to 200K.
I found, yeah, on 6.7s, 200K, 5.9, 170-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some like wild exceptions, but on average, from what I've seen,
I have seen a set go 400K.
I have too, and that's not the average.
Yeah. So we're just, Preston's a friend of ours. He does some machine work for us. We're just trying to make sure that he's got a very reliable vehicle. He brings the truck out, which isn't the most convenient thing for him, and he loses the truck. We also discovered that this truck has a really ugly oil leak. So unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to fix the oil leak on this stop.
Yeah, not today.
But we are gonna have to pull the camshaft out of it and replace the gasket between the gear case housing and the block.
Yes, sir.
So that's a day and a half worth of work right there.
Decent amount of work.
We will probably end up just loaning him like one of my spare trucks for a couple of days so we can fix that oil leak for him here in a few weeks. But again, this wasn't supposed to be a big job.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be just a turbo.
Pin, turbo, injectors, dyno, done.
Yeah, then we find out that it's got a mean oil leak, and it's like, oh, it's an 18? Yeah, okay, I know where it's at.
Yeah. So basically picked up 23 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's on the dyno right now. You can check tires back on this thing, take it for a drive. Well, I would love to drive this thing with you this morning.
Yeah, we'll bring it into town.
And, I'll get a hold of Preston and see what we can do about meeting with him today and giving him his truck back.
Yeah, for sure.
So what did we gain out of this situation, all in all, in a nutshell, quickly?
Drivability from those injectors, repaired turbo, a lot of reliability.
23 horsepower.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't sound like much, guys, but when you're gaining 23 horsepower and 40 or 50 foot-pounds of torque, it's going to be a sizable improvement. If the OEM could have advertised this truck at 350 horsepower instead of 325,
Yeah, exactly.
they definitely would have. The only reason they couldn't do that is because when you're building 6,000 or 8,000 injectors every single day, you cannot build them to the same tolerances that we're building to. So,
Yeah, we spend a lot of time.
yeah, it's a slow process.
Yeah.
But we get them exactly perfect and give them to you exactly perfect. So when you throw them in your old truck, it's going to be a noticeable improvement. So check out dynamitediesel.com for a set of 6.7 Ecos and try it for yourself. But we're going to get on with this here Wednesday and get after it. So time to go.
See ya.